Oh, okay, we here now. Okay, so now we gotta try to get Sal. You
There we
finna
go,
link?
man. There we go. There we go. There we go. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all.
We here. We here. We here. Hold on.
Technical.
We gotta get out the brother on here. We gotta get Skylar
Oh,
on
we
here.
good. We good. I sent them the link.
You sent him? All right. All right.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
do
We
this. Let's
should be
do this.
joining in very, very, very soon.
You know, we love Mr. Dwayne Carter on here, so sorry for the wait, ladies and gentlemen. But we here.
Let me see.
Okay, so I guess I just have to start using this one going forward.
Let's see. Or maybe he didn't get it. Hey,
Oh, there he is. There he is.
boom.
Boom. We here.
There we go.
And
Technical difficulties, but we here. We here. We live. Three of us, just the three of us. We love it.
yeah,
Three
Just
man
like
weave.
old
You already
times.
know.
Just like
all
old
right.
times.
Just
Man,
like old times, bro.
technical
Man.
difficulties. Technical difficulties. You know, sometimes your parents just tell you just to turn it off and turn it back on. Sometimes you got to do that.
Just like with just like with the internet, sometimes you got to reset the modem. Just unplug it, wait a couple seconds, and then plug that jump back in.
Or like the old Nintendo, just take the whole out.
Blow the cartridge.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
This
Y'all
why we
know.
have to. This why we have to make sure we straight, man. Just for the comments, Ryan. What's up, bro? We
What's up,
True to this,
Ryan?
not new to this.
gotta make sure we straight, bro. Hey, real talk though. Like what, Lito? You said you went to the Mavs game and you kind of more assistant coaches than
Fool.
players.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
what is
tell
it
us
get?
about your time at the
Yeah,
at American
This was
Airlines
this
Arena.
the
was
high school,
oh, you got
American
two.
Airlines High School.
So this is the Mavs and Suns game from 2 weeks ago. So there would have been I forgot whatever the date was. But the wife went, she's a Mavs fan. We're in Dallas for spring break with the kids. So me and her have a little date night or whatever. So we go to of course we go to the game. And first of all, shout out to Sheedy. He definitely helped with the pregame and dropped us off. I mean, my man's dropped us off at the door, bro. Like it was get out the car and we walked straight on in. So shout out to him for that. So
Nice.
we find our seats in the arena that is American Airlines, which that's a whole nother story. So we get to the warm ups and I'm like, fool, where the man's at? When he's down there, I see KD big long ass, he getting stretched out, Devin Book up there shooting. You know, the Suns is doing what they're supposed to do for warm ups. And I swear to God, bro, I counted like 3 Mavs like at the warm ups. I was like, I missed something. Did the game get the game get like delayed or something like that, bro? So times keep going, and I see like 4 more Mavs comes out. And please don't ask me who the names was because I swear to God,
Probably
I
don't
think I only
remember.
knew like Najee Marshall. I think I know him. I know of him. Um,
I think Nick Spencer suit up there.
yeah. No, he didn't. Swear to God, he didn't.
He did? Oh my.
Somebody pull up the box score while I'm trying to think about that. Yes, but anywho, so like 4 more Mavs comes out. I'm like, bro, but these folks only got 7 people warming up, bro. So then, like throughout the game, I like looked at the Mavs bench, and I was like, oh, okay. Why? I said, why the players got quarter zips on? And I was like, let me count how many people got quarter zips on. I'm like, typically the players got a little warm up. They pull off, whatever. I said, bro, these are coaches. Swear to God, I counted like 9 coaches and assistant coaches, and maybe some that is the Atlanta trainers. But there was more people in quarter zips than there were players that suited up for the Mavs, and I just thought that was interesting. They kept it close though for the most
Spencer did
part.
suit up for this game.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so it was 9 of them. It was 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 9.
Yeah, they had 9. Still ain't a lot, but
I don't lie.
Still could have bet the under on Spencer.
Did all 9 play?
Yes.
Okay, I don't remember all 9 playing.
all 9 did
Yeah.
play. You remember
Wi-Fi
Najee
played
Marshall because
different.
he was out there the most because he
He
played
was
41
literally the only
minutes.
one. He was the only one giving them folks buckets. The only one.
I mean, yeah, he
Man,
shot
34.
13 and 22, so yeah, that makes
He was jacking that. Well, I guess at that point, who else gonna take the shots?
shit. Clay.
They were struggling.
Let's see. Yeah, Ryan Max Christie did suit up that game too.
What a game.
He played third. He played the second most minutes. He played 37 minutes. Only 5 shots. I'm surprised. You could at least got to 10, bro.
So I'm just happy that we are blessed to have a brother like Lito, a great man, because I know if my wife was a Mavs fan, she'd be going through some shit right now. So Lito, way to keep on holding the fort down, bro.
It's lovely in my household.
I troll as hard as I can. That's where the real love is. I troll her as much as I can. It ain't no showing no sympathy around this, John, bro. We don't show sympathy in sports, bro. We don't do it around here. Your team trash, you get talked about.
Speaking of trash, y'all do got a quarterback out there for a visit, but we ain't gonna talk about.
Hey, hold on, what a transfer!
Hold on, no, where's the intro roll? We need the intro roll first.
Hey, chill the fuck.
Let's get it.
Hey, bro.
Welcome to Let's Be Real Sports Podcast, presented by Let's Be Real Media. Watch us live on YouTube and Twitter, and follow us on TikTok and Instagram at LBR_media. Also, subscribe to us on any podcasting platform.
What's going on? BLJ here, the best hype man in the NBA. Man, I'm here with Let's Be Real. Tune in. Hello.
Let's be real.
What's good, everybody? What's good? This your boy Simply Trevor. We are back, and I swear we're gonna be back for good this time. With the Let's Be Real podcast. Joined by, of course, my alien brother, as always, my partner in crime, my boy Tev. Holla at the people, man. The wise man.
The wise man.
I like that.
The wise man. But hey, Paul Heyman up to something. I don't trust that little sneaky bastard. That's all I'm gonna say. So what's good, y'all? What's good? Lito, it's good to see you, man. Again,
I don't believe that. I don't believe what you just said. I don't believe what you just said.
You don't believe in Paul Heyman? I believe in John Henry.
No. Oh. We're talking about that cheap shot that you threw in the pregame, dog. And you thought you was slick. You thought we went no.
No, it's
good.
He tried to do that. We like Kevin Hart on this, man. It's like, nah, you're not just gonna skate past that.
You know what that feel like? You know how somebody just like somebody neck you and they just keep running like, no, bring your ass here, boy. Like, oh, bro, good to see y'all.
Hold on, we all Memphis, so you know we used to get the dreaded ball fade. So you know,
oh man, what a time to be necked.
When
bro.
you used to get the ball fade when you was little, you was ball in the back, and someone would just neck you your neck in school. Yeah.
I mean, if you want me to apologize, I'm not. Like y'all out there giving Aaron Rodgers a chicken nugget treatment. I
don't need you to apologize. I more so want you to acknowledge what you did.
Yeah, that's all we want. Like
we grown as hell, bro.
I'm like he's out of line, but he's right.
He is. That's why my feelings is hurt. That's why my feelings are hurt.
Welcome back, my brother. Welcome back. Sorry, Trev, you had to take a casual straight.
Trust me, it's fine. I'm trying to refrain from talking about them until we have to when we do our NFL season preview.
Understandable.
But okay. Anywho, but Lito was good, man.
Man, I'm good, brother. It's good to see y'all. Glad to be back.
Okay, let's kind of switch this over because we're not handing to the ox no more because we gonna have to get some
not for real. Actually, get your ass in the back seat for real.
That's who's supposed to have the ox, a person in the back seat.
No, the passenger is supposed to have the back. The ox for.
Oh, okay. But that's what they made Bluetooth for.
Day for another day. But
this is what they made Bluetooth for.
Looking ass.
All right, let's get some positivity going, man. Anybody got some flowers, man, for these people out here?
I'm gonna start real quick. We've talked about it on this podcast before, man. But shout out to Unraveled in the season that they had, bro. how consistent, how well put together that league that was ran by Breonna Stewart and Nafisa Collier, and what it did to help out those ladies. And we've talked about the Brittany Griner situation before, and giving those ladies an opportunity to improve their game, work on their game, play competitive basketball with the greatest in the world. And so I just kind of want to give everybody that's a part of that put that together just a big round of applause, because it definitely caught my attention. I definitely tried to follow it as much as I can. And again, with this being National Women's Month in Sports, sorry if I got that wrong, or media, I think it's something like that. Sorry if I got that wrong. But definitely want to acknowledge them on this podcast and on today. So want to give them thanks for that.
I'll stick with women's basketball and just go right into the WNBA actually for locking down their new TV deal. A lot more nationally televised games are coming their way on the ABC, NBC networks. So that's always a huge W there. I think the Fever are getting a lot more games this year. So of course they're looking to really showcase Caitlin Clark, which deservedly so because of what she did in her rookie season. And then of course I'm just hoping everyone else that's been in the trenches already, as well as the rest of their rookie class and even this incoming rookie class, get some love as well. So shout out to the WNBA for getting a little bit more shine, getting some more nationally televised games added to their schedule for this upcoming season.
Right on. I'm gonna bring it to the black men and media side. Of course, I watched SmackDown last night, and we're gonna get into a little wrestling. But that man Montez Ford is finally getting the push that a lot of people say that he deserves. That's one of the people that I've really like studied and just like, damn, this man is amazing. So for him to literally get probably one of the biggest reactions in Italy, I think SmackDown's in Italy right now. One of the biggest reactions in the entire night. It felt good. So, and I was happy, real happy to see that. So I'm looking forward to the future matches with him and seeing his career grow. The other man in media is freaking Drewski. If y'all ain't that could have been love, bro, it is some of the most hot mess, ratchetness, craziness, but you'll love it and get a great
I've been hearing so much about it. I might have to check it out.
How long has that been out?
Love to another level.
How long has that been out? Because I feel like I just started seeing clips about it within
about a month. Like they did
damn.
the finale literally yesterday.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
So it's like it's 6 episodes. It's hilarious. They got a girl from Memphis on there, and that's all I'm gonna say about her.
Oh Jesus!
And she steals the show, bro. But it's like I said, it's hilarious. And Drewski got him one, bro. This ain't going nowhere. Even if he was to do another season, I'd be tap back in, bro. But shout out to him.
Gotcha.
All right, cool. Any other flowers from anybody else? Real quick. Speaking of the city, unfortunately, but
good time.
March Madness is on the way. The NCAA tournament, I think the first weekend for the most part is on the verge of being completed. Games did jump off actually earlier this week with the first 4, if I'm not mistaken, and a couple playing games. Followed by the actual tournament kicking off this past Thursday. So real quick before we get to the Tigers, just your thoughts on these first few slate of games thus far.
A lot of blowouts. Low-key. You definitely had, I think within the first 2 days, about a handful, maybe 6 or 7 games total of all the games it's had. And I think majority of those were like blowouts, or at least were the team that won by at least 10. So you definitely saw that. There were some really good competitive games in there, but we haven't seen a lot of buzzer beaters lately. I think the only buzzer beater we saw was shout out to Alabama State, shout out to Tony Medlock, shout out to Memphis. There's another Memphis tie-in right there.
Yep.
I think that's been the only buzzer beater that we've seen, and that was I think one of the first games of the tournament, or the first 4. So it's been cool. A little salty that Memphis lost in the first round, but I keep it high level for now.
I'll give my shout out to McNeese State, man, just for the vibe. Just they're trending right now because of it, and for everything that's been going on. Shout out to Amir Khan, the guy that's the manager for McNeese State, that all of a sudden is the talk of the town right now, which is why I made him the thumbnail for this show. Really hoping McNeese State does the unthinkable and knocks off Purdue, but if not, hey, it was fun while it lasted. To Skylar's point, most of the games have not been that competitive. I think for the most part, the teams that have been pretty much great all season have kind of done a pretty decent job of like establishing themselves within this first few Sailor games. With Auburn taking care of business, UT taking care of business, Florida putting the smack down on Norfolk State, and things of that nature. But so far so good. But we'll get to the Tigers in a sec. So, Took, you got anything on March Madness, or
No, you good. Just based on just observation, just like reading the scores and everything, seeing the highlights. Like the teams that are supposed to win are pretty much winning, and that's kind of what you want to see just as a basketball head. I know Memphis, we in our feelings right now. We'll talk about it a little bit more, but still, just as a basketball head. Some really good basketball is being played right now. And again, the teams that are supposed to win, to my understanding, are winning. And again, that only makes it better down the line.
That is true. That is true. And unfortunately, we got to get to it. The Memphis Tigers falling dreaded to the 12-5 matchup trap that seems to happen practically every year at this point. Tigers, of course, going down to Colorado State 78-70. Of course, as we all as Memphians know, it's been like a madhouse since the final score because of everything, everything that transpired, what's going to happen with Penny Hardaway, things of that nature. So, thoughts on the Tigers season as a whole, and what do you guys expect going forward for the Tigers?
I'll start with the game and then I go big picture. As far as the game is concerned, really, really good game to start. Dane Danger played like a grown ass man in that first half, bro. Like I was just we've seen him do that throughout the course of the season a lot towards the second half of the season, and especially in the AAC tournament. But like that was one of those like, yo, I'm glad you're doing it on the stage to this level, right? Because now you're performing in front of scouts. Now you're performing in front of millions of people. And to see him perform like that, he did in that first half was like, yo, keep this going. But I swear in the back of my mind, as I was watching that first half, I was like, hey, bro, he need a break. Like that's a big man moving the way that he's doing, moving the way that he's moving. And he was not just playing good on offense, like was blocking shots, getting massive rebounds that the Tigers needed. So I just kept telling myself, like, man, I just feel like he need a blow because that's a lot to keep up with for 40 minutes. And it didn't. He didn't get the rest that he needed. You kind of saw him come out early in the second half, like look gassed. And I was just thinking to myself, if he doesn't sit for more than like maybe 10 minutes, like 10 minutes total, that's game time and maybe like airtime, like he's going to be winded for the most of the rest of the second half. And sure enough, he was. And so I think that along with Colorado State made adjustments. They made adjustments. You even kind of saw that towards the back half of the first half where they were running a lot of man and the Tigers were beating them up, like especially on the boards. Musa Cisse was killing them on the offensive boards. And so you would see that Colorado State would randomly throw out this zone. And when they threw out the zone, Memphis was just kind of standing there. And it was either PJ Haggerty trying to go one-on-one or Kobe Rogers or Dane Danger. And so they would just kind of like just eat that up because at that point, who's your other scorer if you got Tyrese on there out, right? So they stuck with that adjustment in the second half, and I think that froze Memphis. Dane Danger being tired, and give credit where credit is due. PJ Haggerty struggled, and I think some of that was just him kind of like seeking out fouls or whistles that he normally got in conference play that he didn't get in March Madness, right? So
right.
I think a little bit of it was that, but then I mean he was also shot searching because again, the only other creator that you have maybe off the ball, considering that Dane Danger's tired, is Kobe Rogers, and he's more of a shooter than he is a scorer, right? So I think Colorado State said, okay, well, we'll just put eyes on you and figure out and make you score. And he really just could never just get out of that funk that he was in. And so I think a lot of that was what Colorado State planned for, and that's exactly what happened. So I think overall at the end of the day, really good season. I kept saying, and I've said this for football and basketball, we can't talk about how bad the league is if we aren't winning the league. Right. So this was that first year where like Memphis won the regular season title, won the AAC tournament. So now it's a matter of like, okay, continue to do that. But now that we've done that, I kept just telling myself, I just want one game in the tournament. That's really all I care about. And then you saw the Tyrese Hunter injury, and that really was like, I ain't really just kind of looking past Colorado State because I understand how good Tyrese Hunter was. Because if you think about how well they played in non-conference to start the season, that was Tyrese Hunter. Like PJ Haggerty kind of came on after the fact, but Tyrese Hunter, if you go look at like box scores and look at the highlights for when they played Michigan State, UConn, Missouri, and things like that, when they played those teams, it was PJ Haggerty, yes, but a lot of it was Tyrese Hunter. So knowing that he wasn't going to be your main ball handler going into the NCAA tournament, my expectations were kind of set back, right? But at the end of that, I think it's overall a good season. I think now Penny needs to continue to build on what he's already built this season by adjusting how he's going to recruit, what type of players he's going to go after. Hopefully you can get PJ Haggerty back. Hopefully you get Dane Danger back. I think they both have a year of eligibility left, but I'm pretty sure bigger schools are come knocking at the door considering how well that they played. So I think it was an overall good season.
I was just literally about to ask, out of the three, like, are any of them coming back, or what do y'all think are coming back out of Tyrese, PJ, and Dane? I know Dane is a senior, but the way they do college crap now, is it a chance that he can come back next season? Like, what? Yeah, answer that from.
I think there's a chance because
for all three,
especially, I'm not sure all three. Because I can't remember if Kobe Rogers has eligibility left. Maybe he does.
No. PJ, Tyrese, and Dane.
You talking about PJ, Tyrese, and
Dane.
And Dane, yeah.
Oh, okay. I can't remember if Tyrese Hunter has eligibility left either, but I know for a fact that Dane and PJ does. I think one thing that they would really consider is how well they talk. I saw a lot of quotes about how well they talked about Penny Hardaway. And one thing that you see in this new NIL era is players are going to either like really stick out, or they're going to say, I'm going to try to make as much money as I can, or I really, really like this situation that I'm in. I really, really like this coach that's going to take care of me, prepare me for the pros, give me the opportunity to play against high-level teams or whatever the case may be. And so they both, on numerous occasions, talked about that specifically about Penny Hardaway. So maybe that's Memphis' selling up point, with also maybe trying to get them a little bit extra money. But I think there's a chance. Man, when you see how much college basketball players get offered these days, especially with these SEC schools, they get thrown a lot of money. And to be honest with you, if depending on what your background is, if you go from making a school's offer you $2 million, then your next offer is $9 million. Come on, man. Come on, man.
It's hard to say no to that.
It's hard to say no to that.
It's hard to say no to that.
So I think there's a chance, but I'm just not sure.
Oh man. Well, I'll give my thoughts on the game, man, as well. I'm just looking like, Dan played every single minute yesterday. So yeah, to Skylar's point, bro, I know for sure bro was gassed at the end. Only thing I had an issue with is and I always talk about it as far as offensive sets. Like at some point in fashion, you gotta have some form of a zone offense. That's just my. I know you may not see it 90% of the time because I think a lot of teams very rarely play zone, and if they do, it's kind of on the fly. But yeah, I just think to Skylar's point, Kobe Rogers is more so of a shooter as more as a shot creator. So like if he's not catching and shooting, he's not that effective as we know that he could be. That was my only gripe against the game. And as one who's been critical of Penny Hardaway, I've been commending him all season long, and I'll continue to do so for the job that he has done. I think now there may be a time now to where we can maybe start seeing some consistency now. Because even in the past, it was like so much he had to go through as far as with players going on and all the other stuff with the NCAA. Now that we've had this season come and go, didn't get the right outcome that we got, but at least we won the AAC regular season, won the AAC tournament. That's something that you can really start to build on and finally get some consistency. And yeah, one NCAA tournament win in 7 years, that's fine. But given that all that Penny has had to endure during that time is nothing short of great. And I think that hold tight on the whole getting rid of Penny things. I do believe he is the guy. Don't get me wrong. Just turn on the hot water. Just turn on the hot water. It's seat ain't hot yet, but just turn on the hot water. You know, when you turn on the hot water, it's an analogy I use all the time. It ain't hot right away. It has to warm up. So just turn on the hot water.
If you don't use that hot water, take a quick shower and get your ass out that shower. Like, nah, we using that kind of analogy. My thing is, and like I appreciate like the answer that Lito gave, because if you think about Memphis basketball, who else can be able to bring this kind of talent in and have Fred Smith bagging you? You know what I'm saying? That's for number one. For number two, if you think about every season that we've had, even though we've had this kind of disappointment in this kind of round, this is probably by far, no questions asked, my favorite season as a Tigers fan under Penny Hardaway. And I think that everybody talking about the hot seat this, hot seat that, we're finally building momentum. This was the most quiet season from the Tigers I've probably heard. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
However, this team was able to beat 2 top 10 teams this season. So everybody talking about
their non-conference schedule was
fire. Man, turn that damn water off, bro. This man is not on no hot seat. Penny Hardaway.
No. What I mean, the water is still cold when I say turn on the hot water. The water is still cold.
The water cold.
Yeah, the water's cold right now. I'm not. That's what I mean. I use the same thing with Mike Tomlin. The only reason he keeps getting by is because he keeps turning the water off. So the only reason Mike Tomlin gets by is because he keeps turning the water off. I'm just saying the water is still cold. I think Penny is still the guy. And I think next season, if we have the off season we supposed to have, then I'll be on this jump and be like, all right, y'all can turn the water off now. So ain't no hot water.
Take that quick shower and
take a quick shower and just keep it moving. Yeah,
keep it moving, bro. Dude, ain't no. Then this.
Yeah, I'm with. I'm getting tired of seeing it. Just turn on the hot water, but it's cold right now, and just be ready to turn it back off. So.
Yeah, and I think for me, because I think sometimes two things can be true. I was critical of him, especially around this time last year. I wasn't saying that he needed to be fired, but sometimes criticism is warranted, and you got to just be better. And last year, it was one of those like, these were your expectations, and we're only as fans or as media, whether it be right or wrong, we're just coming to you about the expectations that you set. And you aren't meeting those expectations. I mean, let's talk, right? Like we got to have a sit down, right? And I think that's where you saw Ed Scott and you saw the athletic department have a sit down with Penny as they entered this year and say, okay, let's readjust how we've gone about putting this team together. And so the biggest thing that I saw from Penny Hardaway was improvement. And as a fan of whether that be a player, coach, organization, I want to see improvement. I want to at least have some type of hope. So I think that's now what I have now that he's openly been saying, I could have been, he literally said like in some interviews to start the season, I could have handled X, Y, and Z better. I could be a better person. I could be a better coach, whatever the case may be. So not only did he say that, but then he proved it. So again, my expectations are set all the way back. It's to what one of the first things I said was, now let's build on what we just put out there. Right. Again, let's go back out there, win the AAC regular season again, win the AAC tournament again, try to have a really good non-conference that you've had in the past 2 years, do what you can in non-conference, and then let's really try to push for at least a Sweet 16 next year. I think for me, that's goal. Now, again, sometimes two things can be true. He's been hurt by 2 injuries in the past 2 years. Caleb Mills last year, and the Caleb Mills one last year was so key because even though he got hurt in December, that's when shit went cray-cray. Literally, that Caleb Mills injury in December is when shit went haywire because that team was honestly, as far as talent is concerned, head and heels over this year's team. The difference between this year's team and last year's team is he had people that were buying into not only just playing basketball but the city. Right, you talked about PJ Haggerty said like when you play for the team on the front, then the name on the front will take care of the name on the back. And I was like, damn, first of all, that's a bar.
That's a bar.
That's a bar. And so when you hear that, you're like, okay. So again, I saw improvement, and that's what I wanted to see. So I think it's chill. I just think he and the administration need to again say, sit down, let's figure out how we can get some of these players to come back. let's figure out who's that player 2 or 3 that like we signed them in, and we know we feel comfortable about like getting to a Sweet 16, regardless of what happens in as far as injuries. Sweet 16 next year for me is the goal. Nothing. I don't want it. I don't want anything else.
I like it. That's two wins. Yeah,
I like it.
2 wins.
2 wins. It's very possible. I'm with it. Let's get it. Anything else on the Tigers before we holler at SeatGeek and switch things over?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk to our folks at SeatGeek if we don't have any technical difficulties again. Oh, here we go.
SeatGeek is the ticket app that takes the confusion out of buying tickets. When you use our code LBR Media, you will get $20 off your first SeatGeek order. SeatGeek scores each ticket selection 0 to 10 to let you know if you're getting a good deal or a bad deal. Click the link in the description to download the app, and remember our code LBR Media for $20 off your first order. SeatGeek, your route to high quality ticket selection.
All right, staying with the hoops and switching things over to the association. We are nearly, I would say, 3 weeks away from the start of the NBA playoffs. And what I wanted to do is just get with the guys here, and I know Tuka's gonna do a good job with the squad at 3 the Harder Way of doing a full breakdown and a full preview of the NBA playoffs. So I'll stick all the details on them. But real quickly, man, just trolling all NBA playoffs edition. Just it could be pretty much anything. Who do y'all expect to get the play-in spot? Who get the 2 spots after the play-in? What do y'all expect from a specific team? Just whatever. We'll call it trolling all. You give your explanation. We'll go from there. So whoever wants to start, your bold statement for this upcoming NBA playoffs.
I'll start us off.
All right.
Because I've been saying it since last year, and niggas call me crazy. But now we here. I was ahead of my time, like the Flash per usual, and it's all good.
I think I know.
But it's all good because I said the playoff Pistons, not the play-in Pistons, for a reason. My troll now is that the playoff Pistons will make it to the second round of this Eastern Conference.
Damn it, too. You took my.
We here, bro. We are here. Yeah, shout out to Detroit. They got what they got going on. It's something special, and they missing Jay Navi. Trolling out. I'm here. Second round. Second round.
I am with you. I am going now because I 100% believe if they match up with the New York Knicks, Detroit is taking them. Detroit is taking it. I got Detroit in 6. All right, y'all can clip this or whatever. If the Detroit Pistons match up with the New York Knicks in the first round of the playoffs, I have the Pistons winning.
So here's the thing. Here's another part of the thing, though, Trev. They only 2 games back from the 4th seed, which is Indiana, and they've been so inconsistent. It's crazy.
Yeah, like they're a game out of 5th.
New York.
They're a game out of 5th, and they're 2 games out of 4th.
They don't have to go against the New York. If they go against anybody else, Milwaukee, please. Please make me profit. Please make me profit.
I had to pump your brakes on Milwaukee because Milwaukee's been a thorn in the Pistons side for like since Giannis arrived.
I trust your word on that. I trust your word on that.
Yeah,
they don't pay anybody else.
It's like every time they play against each other, Giannis is eating. Like I think the last time he played, he had like 50 and 13 or something like that. So yeah, okay. If it's Milwaukee, I'm like, I don't know about that, but Indiana in New York,
I know who the coach is. Know who that coach is.
I mean, we know who that coach is.
Come on, man.
Play that on my back, bro.
Hey, you got a point there. But
again,
I'm going all on that one, man. Lito, did you have your answer to troll or no? Basically,
it's not a troll. Because every year, because I think y'all are more tuned in or plugged into the NBA than I am. I typically don't watch the NBA again until like outside of the Grizzlies until like maybe January, February. But I always tell myself is like, all right, we got to find a new player or team to watch. I think last year was the Magic and Paolo Banchero. This year, shout out to 3 the Harder Way, it was Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons. Like that's and I swear to God, like first of all, I really, really like that team. Shout out to the Memphis Project that's under Jalen Duren, balling by the way. Easy lock as far as betting on the double for that. But Cade Cunningham balling, Jalen Duren balling, Malik Beasley, who did absolutely nothing for the Lakers, That nigga don't miss.
he does it.
Jaden Ivey is really, really good. So no, that's not a trope for me. Again, because not only just because that's the team that I just kind of watched a lot this season, but I just really believe in their talent, and I believe they have a direction. And to be honest with you, outside of the Celtics, and where I felt really high about the Cavs, that's starting to waver a little bit back and forth. Outside of those two, I really don't just have much faith in anybody in the East, honestly. So why not give that? Why not give a little glimpse of hope and put that on the Pistons? So that's
I like that. Shout out to the Pistons. We support y'all, bro.
Yeah,
it's a Pistons supporting pod.
313 for sure. Man, well, took mine because that was gonna be mine.
I got more.
You got no.
This was a warm up for me. You know what I'm saying? Get ready for.
Go right on the head. Throw it out there.
All right, so in the last 10 games, and I want to make sure Savage listening because y'all pissed on this team early in the season. In the last 10 games, this team has been 8-2. That team is the Minnesota Timberwolves. And if you look at their schedule, they got 10 more games left, and they can easily go another 8-2. So the Timberwolves, who find themselves number 8 right now, yeah, they'll be back a top 4 seed.
Top 4 seed. Let me go look.
They'll be back a top 4 seed.
They're 3.5 back of Denver for that 4th spot.
They will look at their schedule. We can let's talk about their schedule real quick. Hold on.
Run on the schedule
for the next 10. Then I want y'all to help me out.
Okay.
Versus the Pacers. At the Pacers.
Mm-hmm.
Dub.
They can get that.
They can get that.
Versus the Suns at home with the Suns. Versus the Suns.
Who can't beat the Suns? That's a dub.
I don't know.
That's a dub.
I don't know.
Okay, so let's say on that.
I mean, because like anybody can be beaten on any game. I literally just saw KD beat the Cavs by himself.
Yeah, so. Shout out to KD at 42. So let's just say a loss on that one. Let's say a loss.
I'll go L with that one because that's one of them trap games where.
But they can win. They can win. But we're gonna say L just because.
We'll go L. Okay. Against who?
Pistons.
Is this in or
this in Minnesota? I got a dub.
I give him a dub there. So we had 2-1.
2-1 Nuggets.
Where'd it go?
Is Jokic back by then?
Exactly. We don't know.
If we don't know, that's a dub.
I got my answer.
I'm gonna say that's 3. Nets 4.
So we 3-1.
Nets 4.
Okay, 4-1.
Sixers 5.
5-1.
Bucks 6.
I'm going L for that Milwaukee one.
Okay, I'm going dub.
So right now we're 4-2, 5-1. So
Timberwolves and Grizzlies.
Judging by the Grizzlies,
we're not talking about the Grizzlies today.
I don't want to talk about the Grizzlies. Judging by how they've been playing lately, I might go dub. So
I'm going dub. It's dub. It's dub, and then Nets and Jazz.
Dub.
Okay, at this point, the Jazz playing for a pick.
That's 8 wins.
Yeah, they
8-9.
Yeah, 8-2.
Like, stop playing, bro.
Yeah, but it's still a no. Still a no. You said top 4 seed?
Let me see.
That's a long way to go, bro.
That's 3.5 games.
That's 3.5. That's 3.5 out.
But Jokic injured.
But right. So maybe I would give if you said they could get out of the play-in, yes. Top 4 seed, that's a long way to go, bro. I just don't see that. That means either the Lakers or the Nuggets. I mean, and then also the teams that's in front of them, which are the
Grizz and Golden State.
We're not talking about the Grizz. The Golden State Warriors too. They all would have to bottom out. I just don't see. That's a long way to jump. And they got how many games left? 10.
If you look at that team in Memphis schedule,
we're not talking about Memphis.
But that's why we're not talking about it. Just know that I got Minnesota over Memphis.
Okay, that's fine. That's a long way
top
to go.
4 right now.
I'm sorry. I'm going to say no. That's a long way to go, bro. Top 5, I can give you top 5. I could give you
all right, so let's go top 5. That'd be over Memphis. Top 5. Let's go top 5.
Well, I think
I'm gonna still go 4 in the back of my head, but then
I think the way that the Grizzlies playing, the Clippers may catch them.
Yeah, the Hey, they haven't said it on Twitter. They damn near might be in the play-in the way they've been playing.
Shout out to Captain for blessing them with an L last night. He in LA right now, going to the Clippers game. Took a 20-point lead.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of which, how the hell that the whole team wear Slam magazine shirts and they get out rebounded by the Trailblazers by 20? What's the irony? What's the irony? You know what? We're not talking about the Grizz. We're not talking about the Grizz. Next. Next. Well, I don't even know I got this Grizz shirt on right now. I'm so mad at that.
That was a good one. These got us interested. All right, so maybe I'll just throw one out there randomly. I'm just kind of like looking at the standings. Trolling all. The Rockets will win 2 series in the Western Conference. They'll win 2 series.
They're gonna go. You got them going to the
Western Conference Finals, bro.
Western Conference Finals.
I don't believe that. I'm just throwing something out there.
Trying to think it's still. No.
I said I didn't believe it. I'm just throwing something out there.
I'm going troll, and here's why. No, because we talked about this in the group meet. If the standings stay the way they are, and let's say that Minnesota and the Clippers get the last 2 spots, 7th and 8th, I'm picking the Clippers over the Rockets. I think the Clippers have enough because nobody's talking about them. James Harden has really surprised everybody and has been balling. Kawhi's back healthy and he's hooping. Ivanka Zubac, Jesus Christ, my man's having a career year for the Clippers.
Man, I watched that game against the Cavs and the Clippers. Clippers are good.
They are scared. They are scary good. If they're matched up with the Rockies, I'm picking the Clippers. I'm 100% picking the Clippers on that one.
Yeah, I'm picking the Clippers on that one too against the Rockets. I ain't gonna lie. Rockets, they having a great regular season, but when it gets down to the nitty gritty, like the only person that really got playoff experience on the team is Dylan Brooks. And I mean Van Vliet too. I ain't gonna disrespect him, but are the youngsters ready? Like, can we see Sengun take that next step so that they can eventually make it to 2 series?
Honestly,
right now, I'm gonna say no.
This is a litmus test for Jalen Green, honestly.
But I was just about to say, like, this is when Jalen Green is supposed to turn into the superstar. So it could. I'm not gonna say it won't. I'm saying it won't happen, and I'm saying, but yeah, if the right players step up, they can at least get one. If the right players step up.
Gotcha. Okay.
And a matchup.
Yeah, I think what I like about the Rockets is, of course, having Van Vliet. He's back, so shout out to him for being back. Thompson. Hey, that dude. Hey, bro.
Hey, the Thompson twins are both of them. Both of them are moving.
Hey, bro. Right. So we talked about again. I was just throwing that out there. I don't necessarily believe that, but again, they're young for sure. But sometimes I guess the other reason I say this is because there's always, whether that be Eastern Conference or Western Conference Finals, there's always one team that nobody just truly believes in, that just randomly just like makes a run. Low-key Dallas last year. Like, granted, Dallas got hot, but how many people had Dallas like getting to the finals? How many people saw that? I think the year or two before that, I think wasn't it the Pacers? I feel like every
Pacers
year
benefited from a lot of injuries, but it is what it is.
But it happens, right? So I guess that's why I say that's another reason I say that is there's always a random team, again, whether that's Eastern Conference or Western Conference, that nobody just really saw that makes it either to the conference finals or makes it to the finals. So again, I don't believe that either, but I think the Rockets have a really good roster.
I'll go my troll and all just based off of that point. I think that team this year for the West is the Golden State Warriors since getting Jimmy.
Look at that.
I wholeheartedly believe that random team.
You said it, not me.
That random team that just made all of a sudden find themselves in the Western Conference Finals. I think that's the Golden State Warriors.
It's certain conversations on Twitter that you remember with certain people. And again, Sharky, I need you to make sure the same here. I remember vividly he destroying my comments. There is nobody in the league that'll help get Steph Curry get at least one more, which is what I've been saying is going to happen. He's going to get one more. That player is Jimmy Butler, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, because it's top heavy right now in the West. We know what OKC is doing. We know the Lakers are beat up. We got to see what they're looking like once Bron gets back. Denver has to get healthy. Memphis, we've been ad nauseum talking about how they're just free falling. The Clippers are good, but they still got to get out of the play-in, and then so is everyone else below them, with the Kings, the Suns, and the Timberwolves. Yeah, if there is a team that can make a surprise run in the West, just based on who they have right now, and then just them adding Jimmy Butler and knowing what we get out of Jimmy Butler in the playoffs, I think that team could be the Golden State Warriors.
I like that.
Could be.
I agree 100,000%.
It could be. I still need to see final standings. I think I would need to see.
I mean, yeah, of course we got to see final standings. This
sure.
is why this is like an early.
I'm gonna tell you this though: if we thought that the LeBron and Steph had a war before, you add Jimmy and Luka Fatu in the mix, we're gonna see some amazing. Like I'm kind of praying that happens because I got the winner of that really going to the Western Conference Finals. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's gonna be and I know I just said 5 minutes of the Warriors basketball, but Luka Fatu on the Lakers makes them insane, insanity.
And again, quiet as kept. It doesn't get talked about. Austin Reeves really
bro, I don't care. Hey, trolling now, bro. I don't care, bro. JJ Redick coach of the year. I'm sorry.
Oh no, for sure. He
outside of Kenny Atkinson in Cleveland. Outside of my guy Kenny Atkinson in Cleveland, JJ Redick for coach of the year.
Yeah, and I remember
being on this Lakers team, bro.
I definitely was on this podcast last year when I was like, yeah, that ain't gonna work. I definitely remember this. I can be wrong.
You got basketball coaching is a mental, bro. You got some of the greatest minds just tinkering with JJ and LeBron. Like we literally saw his interview live for a couple episodes. Like that's what we were watching. It was great. It was beautiful. And now he's implementing that literally into the NBA.
Yeah, and the thing about that the thing that people talked about when that trade happened was Lakers gonna struggle on defense. Lakers like top five. They've been top five teams since the trade, which is crazy. JJ Redick is coaching his ass off and definitely warranted a coach of the year for sure. I was wrong.
Bet. All right,
hey,
so
wait.
You got one, Trev?
Since you going coach of the year, we'll stay in LA for most improved. Austin Reeves, MIP.
Austin Reeves
or Norman Powell? Because if we saying that because Norman Powell, you got to give credit with credit.
Norman still at. Let me see where Norman is. He's still at 20 plus.
I'm pretty sure he is. He ain't got no reason to drop. He was at 25 at one point. Yeah, he's 23 now.
Yeah,
leading the team. Most.
He at 23. All right.
Man, hold on. Let me. Norman Powell big buckets now.
Well, I guess I also put Norman Powell because I put a futures bet on that like 6 months ago. So I need that to catch
okay. Up. Yeah, I'll go Norman Powell. Also, he right at 20 if you round it up.
Mm-hmm.
Norman Powell's at 23. And
so here's the thing. Norman Powell has had 2 seasons where he's averaged 20 points a game in Toronto and one with the Clippers his first year. So it's not like he can't get buckets. I don't know why it's just
Norman Powell always been a bucket.
So it's like for me to answer this, I may have to go Austin Reeves, just based on the info. I didn't know Norman Powell had like 28 with the Raptors, and then like I said, his first season came and had 22. So it's like we've seen it before, we just never really talked about it, or he's not doing it.
I think because of the trade, well, one of those awards is going to be in LA for sure with the Lakers, and I think because of the trade. I think Austin Reeves has benefited the most, as we can tell by his recent play. I think so. I might go with AR-15 on this one. Is in my piece. So
I low-key think you can't go wrong either way.
I like it.
Oh no, I think Norman Powell deserves it if he gets it. Because he single-handedly kept the Clippers afloat. And now they're thriving right now.
Shocked me.
Yeah, I think that's shocked to everybody because we all thought that they were really just gonna tank and free fall and damn near be in the lottery if that was the case. So.
I got one more if y'all don't mind.
Go ahead.
It's funny as hell because we spent the last 10 minutes really talking about some of the best teams in the NBA and not bring up OKC at once. Is that an issue?
No, because I was thinking about that. I was like, dang, none of us said anything about the Thunder, but I think I think it could also go the other way. I think that's also us giving them respect too, right? I
Yeah.
think because of what we've seen them be battle tested last year in the playoffs, and then them coming out this year and killing folks the way that they have, I just really couldn't think of a trolling off for them. Because I think if you go, like, is it really a good trolling off? You say OKC is going to the finals. Like, not too many people would be shocked at that,
Would be
right?
shocked at
Considering,
that. Yeah.
I think you probably could say the other way. Maybe they don't make the finals, or maybe they don't make the Western Conference Finals. That would probably be a little bit more interesting. But for
Yeah, so
me,
that'll be
it
like
was
a
just,
good take. I mean, what if they don't make the Western Conference Finals? So
I think that's a
All right.
disappointing year. Is what that
Yes,
is.
very disappointing year.
It's a very disappointing year.
So I should, for me, one KD to rejoin the Thunder, I should want that to happen, right? Even though I'm probably like a big shade.
Dude, we talked about this last week. I mean, not last week, 2 weeks ago.
I know. Wishful thinking. Even though
if you're OKC, I don't know, because if you're gonna make a deal to try to make it that magnitude, you could probably get somebody younger, and you can probably get someone that can stick around long term. Because let's just keep it a buck. Like, if you do get KD, you're getting KD probably at his best, probably for another 2 or 3 years. So, and then if you don't maximize that window, what happens, draft wise? Because you're going to be giving up some draft capital too. I think it's going to take draft capital.
I wish I was Sam Presti's wise, man. That's all I was
It's going to take draft capital and probably check.
Cool.
So
cool. So, but it's interesting, bro. I want OKC to thrive, but it's like I said, I don't know. I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah, I couldn't think of one. I couldn't think of one for them. And then, of course, we have to look at the final standings. I don't know who takes them out if the standings stay the same.
I think if the Thunder lose, they lose to one of two teams. They lose to either the Nuggets or the Lakers.
Yep. Agreed.
If it ain't, nobody else in the West is beating them. None of anybody else in the West is beating them. It would have to be one of them two. And
agreed. I'm with you on that.
I'm kind of with you on that.
I can't even say the Warriors either. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, their bench is really, really good too. Like, that's the thing that does not get talked about. Like, SGA cool, Taylor Williams cool, Chet cool, but then they got like they got like 4 people on their bench that can really, really shoot and defend, bro. So that would be the thing. And you can't even say like size is their issue, because again, they got Chet, but then they got Hartenstein who be balling for real. Quiet as kept. Isaiah Hartenstein be balling for sure. So
that was a huge pickup for them. I already knew as soon as he signed there. I was like,
yep. It would have to be one of them too. And I think even still
second round or the conference finals. So yeah, that's all right, gentlemen. That's what's up. All right. So shifting things from the hardwood to the square circle, as Tuk and I has been doing since the past 2 weeks. And my man's hitting the yeet dance. We're on the road to WrestleMania 41. So we talked 2 weeks ago about the nut shot heard around the world with John Cena. Since then, he has made an appearance. Since then, and let's just say he let the chopper sing with his voice, pretty much. So Tuk, I'm just gonna hand it over to you, man. Just take it away. I mean, we both gonna bounce off each other on this. So
yeah, I like where they're going with this, man. He said, I'm breaking up with you. Had little kids crying in the crowd. It's good to see John Cena just take full advantage of, I think it was in the ring for like 25-30 minutes, bro, just of taking in the hate of everybody and of the hatred of the world. And just to see where they're about to go with this, it is about to be a fun ride. It's about to be an enjoyable ride. Again, Cena versus Cody. You talk about somebody who, again, a lot of people were upset with Cody finishing the story from last year. So for him to carry out, literally, it'll be a year. In this upcoming WrestleMania, it'll be super fun. But I saw something online. They said that it'll be if Cody Rhodes holds the title, it'll be like a longer reign than John Cena ever did. So it'll be like 3 days up to WrestleMania. So again, if John Cena wins, that's a record. Then again, John Cena gets. But if Cody Rhodes wins, then it's like he's been a longer champion than John Cena. That was just some extra sauce I found on the internet that I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, 17 I think is the bigger deal. I mean, because everyone talks about it.
That's true.
All time with Ric Flair, things of that nature, man. But yeah, man, just John Cena just fully embracing everything. I'm still tripping at the one kid that caught the stray, which was and then WWE ain't making no better by putting the camera on the kid, and he was just so
what was a little dude from Incredible Syndrome?
Yeah.
That was the Syndrome origin story right there, bro. Lito, you gotta catch that show. That shit funny. He looked just like him too.
I will see if I can find a clip of John Cena roasting him real quick. If WWE, of course,
you made my life a living hell, you little piece of shit.
oh man. Hold on. I gotta find it. I gotta find it, Jay.
The script is scripting, and God willing, I'll be there to witness to the ending of this. Or I guess a new beginning or something, man. I don't know why. I don't know. So I guess we have to do like a leaning towards who we got winning between Cody and John.
Right now, I'm leaning towards John when we do the preview.
So Cody is current champion.
Cody Rhodes is current champion. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, I got something Skylar can participate in. We gotta talk about Jade and Naomi. Naomi getting her get back this past Friday. Did you see it too?
Of course I did, bro.
We got to do it. So I'll bring Skylar up to speed. So there's 3 black women, obviously, that we always talk about on here. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi. Around this time last year, they had the whole Black Girl Magic thing going on some Destiny's Child-ish. Jade gets attacked basically on one random Monday night. Nobody knows who it is. They spend like the rest of the year trying to figure out what happened. Jade comes back. It's revealed that Naomi attacked her on some black girl jealousy type issue.
It's not just attack, Lito. It's somebody threw her on a car
and broke the windshield, basically. Yeah. So since everything has happened, then they've been scrapping. So this was Naomi's get back, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna see if I can find a clip of this whole thing. Or them two just fighting, pretty much. Okay. I'm actually on WWE's Twitter right now trying to find a clip, so that's why I'm oh, here we go. Let me see if I can.
Why they gotta do them like that, man? This should be black woman magic. Black women love each other, care for each other.
All right, let me see if I can share this screen real quick. All right.
Jade Wade. Oh no! I mean, punch after punch, right to the head. Look at this brutal attack. The bile, the venom spewing out of Naomi.
Just slapping it like, come on, man.
All right, I can't share too much. I don't need us getting flagged by them.
Right. She look like SZA. Low key.
Say what?
She look like SZA. I'm like, nigga ain't telling nobody SZA was on there, giant. Y'all literally should have let off with that, man.
Oh man, let me see what else. And we all over the place with the wrestling, giant. So we because I watch it, but I ain't trying to go through every single segment. Just hit the high points here. Our tribal chief, of course, made his return. Throw the ones up in the air. Had a crazy segment on SmackDown, of course, between him, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. Those three gonna beat the hell out of each other, as we know. We'll talk about it as we get closer. Too. Anything else you want to hit on that's been transpiring on this road, man?
My dog Jacob 5-2 keep getting screwed by Solo, bro. Go ahead and bring up that 1v1 real quick, bro. I'm looking for
the 1v1 that's when it happened.
I need that 1v1 at WrestleMania, bro.
Come on. You know it's about to happen. You know it's about to happen.
Turn me up, bro.
You know it's about to happen because what's gonna happen is Jacob's gonna get tired of solo.
He's here. He's there. He's at that point.
Oh no, he's there. No, I'm saying he's there, but that attack is when it happens, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. But all right, man, we're gonna transition over from the wrestling, man. Anybody got anything else they want to add, man, for today? Trolling all flowers, would you rather, whatever.
I actually got one. And I'm gonna get the fellas' opinion on this on 3 the Hardaway. So this, to my understanding, is legit. Who y'all got winning in a 1v1 for $100,000? Michael Beasley or Lance Stevenson?
Michael Beasley.
Yeah.
Michael Beasley. But to my understanding, this is legit. It's real.
You're actually going 1-on-1
on June 6th for $100,000.
What sparked this, first of all?
So, I don't know, but
that's the question. That's the question that needs an answer. What sparked the whole thing?
Need to put that on Mount Mariah. Quit bullshit. Come on, man.
Mama, right? Oh my
God, man.
They'll be protected.
Yeah, I'll say Michael Beasley. Lance Stevenson just cray. Michael Beasley is a scorer, bro. He gonna put Lance Stevenson little ass underneath the rim every time and then shit over his head, bro.
You look up the basketball term scorer, you gonna see Michael Beasley damn near.
Yeah.
Hell, what's the money line for that? Because I'll put money on that shit, man. For Michael Beasley.
I'm pretty sure it'll be one.
Yeah,
I'll take Mike Beasley. Mike Beasley he was like, ain't he like 6'10", 6'11", fool?
6'10".
Yeah, 6'10". Bro. He's gonna shoot up Lance Stevenson and then put his ass underneath the rim. Fool. That's over with. That's easy money. That's light work. I really just want to know how that sparked it.
What up, Purdy?
Purd man.
Purd, Seacom. I just had to ask that, bro.
Speaking of 1-on-1s,
that's funny as hell.
Basketball. Let's we're gonna do can we do a King of the Court like we do on 3 all the way up?
Oh Lord, nope.
Maybe you said no.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Because I think Tuke may know where I'm going with this.
Fine.
All right. So Brandon Jennings, of course, has been in the news a lot. Talking his cash money about how he's been not only one of the best to come out of high school, as we all know, everybody knows about that, but of course one of the best to come out of his draft class, which prompted a lot of people to put their 2 cents in on everything. So real quick, King of the Court, we're gonna go through each guard that has come out of that class. So I'm gonna give my all right. So give me 1 second while I pull up this dreaded. Oh, well, it's not dreaded. It's really a classic 09 draft. All right, and we're gonna just stick with position. We're gonna stick with point guard. So y'all just give me who y'all got winning, but pretty much. So, all right, and I'm using all point guards that have actually played in the league. So just and got some serious minutes. So I'll start it off. Brandon Jennings or Pat Bev?
Brandon Jennings. Okay. Pat Bev is gonna foul niggas the whole time.
All right. Brandon Jennings and Ty Lawson.
Brandon Jennings. Ty Lawson's little.
Okay.
Small head.
And here's a controversial one: Brandon Jennings or Jeff Teague?
Oh man.
I think I still go BJ. I think I still go PJ.
Teague was definitely tough. He got the quickness to kind of rock with Jennings, but
I think Jennings got the length, and I think it was a better shooter than Teague.
Yep, I'm with you on that.
So we're going BJ.
BJ.
All right, so we're getting Brandon Jennings, Ricky Rubio.
Easy.
Shout out to Ricky, but
easy.
Brandon
Jennings. Okay.
Easy. Light work.
All right, Brandon Jennings and Johnny Flynn, fully healthy.
Easy.
Man.
Easy.
One of the most disappointing point guards ever, bro. Get Johnny Flynn the heck out of here.
Before we go,
all right. So
I just remember, did Minnesota pick up?
Yep.
Yeah, they did draft.
They did.
and missed on both. Looking at
Yes, yes they did.
and missed on both.
Yes,
I don't know
they
why I
did.
randomly thought about that. Minnesota picked up Johnny Flynn and Ricky Rubio and missed on both.
Idiot.
Wait, what they both top 10?
Yes.
Yeah, they were back to back.
Back to back. Like,
They were
come on, bro.
back.
Come on, bro. Like,
Nigga said you can't.
Nigga
Nigga said we can't miss on both. Shit. And literally did that.
All right, Brandon, all right. So here we go. So here now we at the heavy hitter. So Brandon Jennings or Drew?
I got Drew. I think Drew gonna lock his ass up.
Drew Holiday?
Yeah, I think Drew gonna lock his ass up.
All right, and
I'm going Brandon, bro.
You going BJ?
I'm going Brandon because we still talking primes, and Drew Holiday's prime is damn near a few years ago. BJ's prime, he was
Drew been doing it for years, bro. Drew,
yeah, especially in Atlanta, right?
Drew's doing it for years from when he was in Philly.
But still, like BJ's prime, though, he was putting buckets on anybody.
Yeah,
Drew
but if
put
that's
that,
the case,
Drew gonna put that heavy ass body on, bro. I'm going Drew.
I'm going Drew on that one. I'm sorry.
All right, so it's
2-1. Lock his ass.
All right, and last one, and it's the obvious one: Drew or Steph?
Oh, Steph.
Okay. All right. So obviously we got Steph as the best of the the 09 draft class, and that's just from all the point guards. I ain't named all of them, but the prominent ones that everyone has been talking about with Brandon Jennings and the people that responded. So, all right.
Well, we learned today that Minnesota struck out on 2 point guards in the same. God damn! Before I go, who was the GM at that time? I got to know that before we go.
I believe it was. I'm finna look this John up too. I think it was David Kahn, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see.
I just want to know who that was.
Probably Chris Wallace. David Kahn.
It was.
I knew it. It was David Kahn.
He conned the hell out of them. He conned the hell out of them.
Okay, on that
getting paid millions to run a team. Can't do shit talking about some Johnny Flynn and Ricky Rubio.
Bro, you literally had Steph. You literally had Steph right there. And now you had 2 chances to take. That's what makes it mess up. You had 2 chances.
Who was on their roster? Who was on their roster? Real quick. Who was on their roster? I need to go back and see.
You talked the 2009 roster?
Yeah.
Obviously,
I
think
let me close this. I just felt old. That whole go Corey Brewer, Brian Cardinal, Wayne Ellington, Johnny Flynn, Ryan Gomes is a name. Damn, Ryan Gomes is a name. Ryan Hollins, Al Jefferson, Kevin Love, Darko Milicic, Pavlovich, Ramon Sessions is a name,
bro.
Hey, what a name! What a name! Forgot about Ramon Sessions, bro. Yeah, bro. How you? Yeah, because if you go back and look at the roster, bro, all you needed was one of them point guards to hit, and niggas literally missed on both.
Damn. All right. Well, anyway, all hearts and minds.
Damn, what an L.
Man, thank y'all so much out there for rocking with us at the Let's Be Real podcast, man. We will be back and we will be consistent going forward. As you know, you can follow me on the Twix pretty much in this Not So Mad March. I'm at the Art of Trevor. Is the preposition, so you know what not to do with it. I'll let everybody else talk to the people too. Let them know where they can find you.
Of course, man. All social media platforms instead of Threads, because why do you have one? Tab Shakir TV, SHAKIR is where you can find me. I'm also known as the Wise Man. I'm a little wise in here and there. Thank you guys for respecting my wishes on us not talking about the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about them Monday. Just let me get my thoughts together.
Not a problem, my good sir. And plus, I've been frustrated with them
pineapples
since then. That's why I had
my nigga Jenkins. He was doing
I'm glad the Pistons are balling. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm glad the Pistons are balling. So
my nigga was doing a hokey pokey with John. Thought he was
save it. Just save it.
He turned himself about.
I know. Just save it.
That's what it's all about. Looking at it.
Let them know where they can follow.
Man, daddy 2 times. That's why I still know nursery rhymes like that. Daddy 2 times.
You gotta hear this shit every day. I'm sorry, bro. I ain't mean to bring you on the pod. Have to hear that shit.
Come on, man. Daddy 2 times @_Scott later on Twitter, man. It was good. It was good kicking with y'all. Got me some laughs in for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, till next time, y'all, man. Peace.
Be easy.